Hello and welcome back. In this video we are going to run through how to publish a digital offering on the TrustedIn Trading platform. So here we're actually situated on my individual page, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to one of my associated corporate pages. And this corporate page was actually just set up for demonstration purposes. So once you've gone to your corporate page, you'll go, if you head down onto the right hand side, you'll actually see digital offering in amongst some of your features there. You click on this button here. Now, the first things you're actually asked is this a regulated digital offering? Of course, we've seen divergence within the markets. So you have ICOs and you have STOs. ICOs, while they can be regulated, STOs are definitively regulated. But there are ICOs out there which do not fall under the regulated category and are pure utility. So you pick whichever is most pertinent to your offering. So we'll say yes for this one. The next thing you're asked is which country's residents are completely barred from viewing or participating in your digital offering. Now, you would want to actually list countries which are on the sanctions list, such as Iran and Korea, North Korea that is. And then if you take a look at the next question, it asks you from which countries may only accredited investors participate in your digital offering. Now, this has to be done in conjunction with your legal advisor. He will determine, based upon the licensing that you have for your digital offering, what countries from which you may actually approach accredited investors or accredited and retail investors, and of course which countries are barred. So it may be, let's say for example, the United States. I'll put in there the United States minor outlying islands as well. Now, then it states the remainder of the countries will be allowed full access to your digital offering. The next part is, do you wish to KYC all participants in the digital offering? And if you click yes, you'll basically be brought to a form which you have to complete, and that will be sent through to us, so we'll be able to talk with you directly and basically update you on how to proceed with this function. On the next page, you have your project name, and we're just going to put in anything there. Then you have your mission statements, your call to action, your value proposition, and these are very, very important because the call to action is what's going to get people to actually look deeper into your project. And the value proposition, of course, is what value do you bring to the actual ecosystem or to your specific sector. Token symbol, token type, whether it's utility or security. Initial token price that you're going out with. The token distribution model gets fit in here. Currencies that you will be accepting in Bitcoin, Ethereum. And then the token metrics in your native tokens, and so you're looking at your total token supply, which could be anything from up to 1 billion or 2 billion, but let's say for the sake of this we're going to go to 1,000. Your hard cap will be 500 and your soft cap will be 1. And the next, sorry, I must also put in obviously some imagery in here. Let me see here. And once that's done, then we can progress to the next page. The next page, you have obviously your social media links. Then underneath that, links to your project website, your participation portal. Now, if you're an STO, you'll actually have that to have that going to a broker dealer or directly to an exchange. If you're an ICO, that may be just going directly to your own website, where you'll have an inbuilt participation portal where you can accept Ethereum, Bitcoin, or whatever coins you have decided to actually accept for your offering. Your whitelist link, you can have one here. You can also whitelist on our platform as well. Now, we want everybody to actually upload their documentation, such as their white papers, their pitch decks, and their 3-pagers. And there are specific reasons for that. Through uploading your documentation into our platform, you shouldn't have it basically available anywhere else on the internet, such as listing sites or forums, etc. Because what you want to do is you want to ensure that the people that are viewing your documentation are basically meant to be viewing your documentation. And a perfect example of this would be in the United States. They actually do look upon all ICOs as falling under securities laws, and as such your white paper may contain forward-looking information which could make it deemed as a prospectus as such. And so to err on the safe side, it's best to filter and to ensure that only the proper people are properly classified people are actually viewing your documentation. As such, upload them all in here, and also upload a video. Videos are great, they will help you convert a lot more people into following your project, and of course that's what we're all about. The next page is your team. Now, you may already have on your corporate page a team there, but in some instances, companies are actually incubating projects. So what you want to do there is put in your digital offering team, the team that's running it, and put in their positions. And of course, what you'll see here, it'll actually show you if they've been through the Tier 2 KYC process on Trusted. I'll put in the level, and you want to put in CEO, for example. Now, all members of the team do have to be KYC'd in order for us to proceed with allowing you to publish your digital offering. Now, the next part that we want to see, and we are very, very, very serious about what we do here at Trusted in Trading, we do want to see your certificate of incorporation, the articles of the company, the latest financial accounts, the resolution for the appointment of a board of directors, and the resolution for the initiation of a digital offering, and a full shareholder list. And the reason why we want to see that is because we are going to do worldwide checks on you. We're going to check to see if your company or the directors of your company have been involved in fraud. We're going to check to ensure to see if there's been any judgments against them at all. We're going to check them against bad actor lists. We're going to check them. Against a whole host of parameters, which basically for us what we want to do is ensure that everybody is of good character, but additionally we want to not only additionally but ultimately we want to identify whom the ultimate beneficiaries of the project are. So if you have a company set up and then you have the majority of the shareholdings held by a shelf company, that's a red flag for us, because obviously you're not being completely honest with regards to who is controlling the company. So this is what we want to see, and we're having great success with this already. We've had companies run away because they've seen that they have to go through a due diligence, and that is fantastic, because if you don't want to be transparent, we don't want you. Okay, now all you do next is you click save. Now, where that brings you, I'll bring you to actually a live project here, and I'll bring you to the public facing side of it, and then what we'll do is we'll go through the back end of it. Okay, so we'll take a look at Block Commerce here. So this is the Block Commerce corporate page. As you can see, it's very nicely branded. You have their logo and you have their their call to actions, and etc., etc. And you have the team here. Now you can see that all these people, they're actually you can see them, and of course that means they've accepted being part of the team. You have their chat systems, and in here you have their offering. On their offering you have their video.
Block Commerce is bringing more than $4 billion of e-commerce to the blockchain.
Then, of course, you have the name of the project, their calls to action, their value propositions, etc., etc. You have a participation portal here, and if you click on that, it'll bring you directly to their website currently. White paper. And of course pitch deck, 3-pager, and if you request pre-sale. Now if you request pre-sale, what they want to know is what amount are you looking to participate in the sale with? Can you bring any strategic advantage to the project, and have you invested in any other projects? And the reason why they want to know that is because pre-sales generally tend to be reserved for higher net worth individuals and people who can actually bring a lot of value to the project. So this gives them the ability to filter out people who don't really meet the requirements. And this is for everybody, because if you have a very successful project, you may have 10 or 20,000 requests coming in a day, so it's great for time management as well. Of course, here you have their project team, which is similar to the actual corporate team. The pre-sale times, the project start times, tokenomics, official announcements channel, which nothing's been put out on yet, groups they've created, they have an active discussion group, events, products, documentation, and as you can see, these have all been verified. Advisory, there you have myself and Tony, and partners that they have as well. Now let's go take a look at the back end of how that works. Okay, So just sign in here. Okay, so we go down to the actual offering. And you can see here you have options to submit countdown messages and obviously your pre-sale time and your general sale time. And here's your official video here. Now, of course, these have all been uploaded as you've seen in the previous settings. And the great thing is this page is completely dominated by the rules that you set up initially to whom can actually see it, to accredited investors from XYZ country, retail investors from XYZ country, and which countries are banned. And that includes externally coming into the platform. Okay, and how do you do this? Well, you have invitation links here which you can actually put out on listing sites and on forums, and that draws people into our site. So if they are from an area which has been segmented off to be as with potential participants have to be classified, they will be requested to actually join the platform and to go through the classification process to identify where they're from and what level of investor they are. Okay, now you have to realize here, the whole essence of TrustedIn Trading is about bringing real profiles and real information to projects. And if you look on other social media platforms such as Twitter or Telegram, they are inundated with fake profiles and bots. I'd much rather see a project which has gained traction with real people that have been validated, that are basically truly interested in a project, than a whole host of bots or fake accounts. And that to me is a much bigger sign of a really a really good project which has a lot of traction. Okay. Now also, as you can see here, you have a manage button. If you click on the manage button, it brings you down here where you have analytics, manage followers, message all the followers in the pre-sale chat. And you can see how the pre-sale works is that when somebody does click on it, would they get a notification and what amount are you looking to participate in the sale with? It's just 1,000 Ether. Can you bring any strategic advantage to the project? Yes, we have a community of developers. And have you invested in any of the projects? Yes, civic and current media. And of course, we allow projects to message their followers. We're probably going to limit that to 1 or 2 messages a day. And that, because we really want them to just utilize that for, getting some more activity within their chats, coming up to announcements, etc., and keeping people up to date, of course, with how the project is running. If they're reaching milestones in advance and stuff like that, it's excellent for community building, and it's all about communities within the crypto industry. Okay, so that sort of brings us to a close here on setting up a crypto profile and getting it up and running. Of course, we are always willing to help people who are willing to be transparent, and that's the main thing. Transparency is the doorway to trust, and trust is the biggest barrier to investment in the world, no matter what you're in. So by being transparent, you are going to open the trust levels for people, and by opening the trust levels, we hope that'll bring you higher participation levels for when people do go to that participation portal or that exchange to buy your token. Thank you very, very much, and have a great day.